Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Ross, introduce the guest man.
Today we have the man with the most unique professional Irish MMA journey today. We have Pa La Sanguila Lehane. He is 3-0 fighting over in Combate Global. Pa, you're looking to go 5-0 now. Tell us, 2 fights, 1 night. How did this all come about?
So there was an 8-man tournament on Combate Global. It was meant to be Mexico versus USA. There was a good few pullouts, and they were stuck for fighters. So I saw it was my previous opponent that I fought, Isaac. He was meant to be representing Mexico, but we saw that he pulled out due to injury or whatever. And we were actually on our way to corner a few of my teammates over in England. Liam sent in a text into the group chat with the matchmakers in it, and he was half joking. He said, I'm half Mexican or whatever. So then they kind of took it seriously, and they changed my nickname to La Sanguila, which is the leech in Spanish. So now I'm Mexican for the weekend, and I'm going to be representing Mexico in this 8-man tournament. It's actually going to be 3 fights in one night to win it outright, not 2. So it's 1 more than last time.
Jesus, so you'll go 6-0. You'll go 6-0 if you win this tournament. Baz, this is the craziest story I've ever heard of.
Yeah, we've had Pa on before on the Energized One to Watch, and then Pa, you've gone on and gone 3-0, and now all of a sudden you got this phone call like literally a few days ago, and we were on to you straight away to get you back on. So for the people that are following us, like the majority of them are Irish MMA fans, but knowing this story is going on is something brilliant to watch, isn't it, Ross?
Yeah, it definitely is. It's such a unique way of going about your professional career. You know what I mean? Like, I think you're the only Irishman to ever fight in Combate Global. You're undefeated over there, and you're fighting tournament style, which is not something that we see very often. Well, we do see tournament styles, but not, one night tournaments. And this time you might fight 3 times in the one night. Will there be 2-round fights, 3-round fights, and a 5-round fight, or what way will the rounds work?
So the first 2 fights will be 1 5-minute round each, and then the winner will go on, and then the finals will be 3 5-minute rounds.
And will that change your style of fight, knowing that it's only a 1-round fight?
Yeah, definitely. It'll change the tactics a little bit, but we're in it to win it. Like, we're not just into to just kind of go in aimlessly and fight. Like, we're there. We're gonna apply the proper tactics to win it.
And Pa, obviously we can see Liam doing his bits in the background there. Is this the first time you'll have him in your corner as a pro?
Yeah, of course. Liam's in my corner all the time. He's always in my corner.
But is this his first time since you've turned pro that he'll be in your corner?
No, he was over here last time.
He was at the last one. Okay, no, I knew Ethan was there one of the times, and I wasn't too sure if he was there since. But so what way will you go tactically into these fights then?
So it's just about winning the round, really, like getting points and just winning on points. Really is the aim of the game. Obviously, if you can finish, if I see a finish, I'll go for it. But it's 1 round, so, and I don't want to take a lot of damage, because if you obviously get caught, you badly, but you still win the first fight, you might not be medically clear for the second fight. You know what I mean? So you have to be smart going into it.
And Pa, obviously, go on, Baz.
Yeah, Pa, this is such a strange way of going around things, the way that it's such like tournament way. Like, I know obviously, like when you'd fought it, like most recently amateur in I remember you were fighting Cage Warriors in Cork, but like this tournament format, this is such a strange way to for your MMA career to be going. Like what's your sort of make of it all? Because it's all now you're back again. You know what I mean? Have you really had time to sit down and be like, wow, this is crazy?
Yeah, no, I actually haven't. Well, like, I've always been a very active fighter, even when I was an amateur. Like, I was fighting very, very regularly. So it's not strange to me or new to me. It's normal. Obviously, there's a lot more traveling involved, and it's coming back over. Like, I've been in America 3 times now in the past few months, and I was never here before. Like, so it's definitely a change that way, but it's a good change. And the reason we're doing, like, the owner of Combate Global, the CEO, Campbell, he was one of the founders of the UFC as well. Like, so obviously the first UFC was they used to do tournament style, so he likes that style, and that's why he's doing this as well. So that's why there's a lot of tournaments in this company.
And Pa, if you win this tournament, like, are you looking for a title shot? Because that'd be 5-0 in the organization. Now, I doubt many other people are 5-0 entering into the organization.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to be obviously all my fights have been at lightweight because that's just what they've given me at the I've taken all the fights in short notice and things like that. But we're going to go down to featherweight for the next one, and then we'll make a run for the title, let's say, in the new year.
Baz, like it's just so left field compared to what everyone else is doing that it's actually brilliant. It's such a unique story, and you know what? I'm sure you're probably getting extra spotlight because of it. I'm sure if you fought on Bellator at the weekend, like you would have just been another fighter, or if you fought in Cage Warriors, you'd be another Irishman in Cage Warriors. The fact that you're doing your own thing, fighting over in Combat Global, do you feel like there's more eyes on you because you're going such a unique way about it?
Definitely, like I'm doing it differently to everybody else. Like everyone's just gone the traditional route or whatever, and McGregor laid down the pathway, the foundation to make it that way, and now I'm laying down the pathway for all my fellow Cork lads to follow me in this direction of doing things. So
for all the half Corkonians, half Mexicans.
Exactly, yeah.
And obviously, last time your teammate went out, Ryan Splant didn't go his way, but. Is there any talk to maybe getting him on a Combat Global card in the future?
Yeah, we were talking about it, but obviously, the Mexicans they're not. There's not a lot of heavyweight Mexicans out there, so it's usually a lot of lighter weight divisions. But we've talked about it. We'll see.
Well, there's not a lot of heavyweight Irish either, so maybe we can find one.
Yeah.
Pat, can you tell the people here listening now how they can actually watch this on Friday and what time will be roughly on, like for the Irish folks?
Yeah, it's all over the place, to be honest. It'll be on very early in Ireland, and it's on Paramount Plus and Univision. So both channels are not available in Ireland at the moment. So you're going to have to download a VPN, change your location, and then get an illegal stream or whatever, But
but I'll get a 1 to 10, how much is it worth the effort?
12.
I love it. So, in fairness, Basmo, like Pa goes in there and he's fought this tournament style before, and when you were fighting tournament last time, you had one finish, and then the other one, it actually ended the round. I actually thought it was a finish because
he was close
to the finish. You were literally about 3 seconds away from a finish. So I know you say you'll go in there and you'll try to win the round, but I don't know that trying to win the round. That's trying to win the round style for you seems to go very well in your favor.
Yeah, definitely. So in my division, I'll have a couple of Mexicans on my side of the bracket. So there's an American side and a Mexican side of the bracket. So Americans will fight Americans and Mexicans will fight Mexicans. And then when you get to the final, an American will fight a Mexican. So I'll have to fight 2 Mexicans to get to the final, and then I'll fight an American. And on the American side of the bracket, there's actually a UFC veteran. He has 4 fights in the UFC. He was actually meant to fight McGregor twice, and they each pulled out of the fight at one stage years and years ago for the Cage Warriors title. What's his name? Jim Ehlers is his name. So
I actually do know him.
First shot at getting a UFC scout, so that'd be a good one to add to the resume.
Yeah, and I suppose what's funny enough is you're fighting Ireland or Mexico's answer to Paddy Houlihan. You're fighting Hugo Flores, the hooligan, in your first fight. That's got to be a funny one. What do you know much about? Do you know much about Hugo Flores, and where do you think his strong points are?
Yeah, so he's been around. He's been fighting for a long time. He had his first pro fight when I was only 10 years old or something like that. So he's been doing it a long time. He's got 12 pro fights. He's 9-3, I think. He's a strong fella. He's got heavy hands, but I'd say I'm going to be too fast for him, and I'll be able to pick him apart.
Yeah, and in fairness, he does look like a tough out as well. He's been in there with Ignacio Bahamondes, who's a UFC fighter now. So he's been in there with some veterans as well. He's probably your most experienced opponent to date. So again, it's nice to see you're 3-0 and you're taking another step up in competition. Yeah,
definitely. He went 5 rounds with him as well. So it's not like he just it wasn't like a 3-round fight. He went 5 rounds with a fella that's now in the UFC. So.
Obviously, after doing the last tournament and now coming into your second tournament, is there things in the is there things you did in the first tournament that you're like, right, I'm definitely going to stick with that this time around, or is there things you did in the first time that didn't work too well that you know how to fix this time around? Because you seem very relaxed.
Yeah, no, because I've obviously done a lot of novice competitions in Ireland, and I've done amateur, like the IMAS, which day after day you fight, and I obviously did that tournament, the one night tournament as well, only a couple of months ago. So I know exactly what I'm getting myself into, and I know how to deal with, when you win one fight, relax, focus on the next fight. Everything that happened in the last fight is completely over and done with, and you just focus on the next one. So I know how to deal with it, and I'm just going to stick with the same process.
Can you tell us a bit more about that? Because obviously you're aiming to get to the final the same night, and you're like, right, have to get by the first round without taking too much damage. But usually people going into fights, they're not overlooking their opponent. So what sort of way are you like treating that? Is like Liam Oak there like telling you stuff? Like what sort of way does that work?
So we're just putting 100% focus on the first fight, because there's no point in focusing on the second and third fight and not be able to get there. So we're going to put everything into the first fight, and then when we're done that, we focus on the second fight and then focus on the final. We've obviously looked at every one of the opponents in all the divisions, so we know what we have a brief understanding of all of them. So we'll just focus on the first fella first and then go from there.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting looking at your side of the bracket. I'd say Christian Perez is probably a heavy favourite to win on his side of the bracket. I'm sure you've probably assumed that yourself as well. He's also undefeated, so if you guys do clash, someone's own must go.
Fight.
And it would be a good fight. His opponent, Daniel Soto, has lost his last 4 fights, so you'd have to assume the undefeated prospect would be the favourite there. And then, it does look like Jim Allairs is the favourite to win on that side. And, you have to believe beating him in the final, especially in this tournament format, and especially being the only non-Mexican or American fighting in the competition, would definitely spark interest in the media, and it would definitely put your name more in that limelight, and it would be a big scalp for yourself. What would winning this tournament mean?
What is it? Sorry?
I was just going to say, what would winning the tournament mean to you?
It would mean I get a lot of fucking money. That's what it would mean. I'll have a very Merry Christmas, and Campbell had an interview there a couple of days ago with, I forget, some news anyway, and I thought he was joking. He said that I'm actually getting my Mexican citizenship or whatever, and then I thought it was a joke. And then yesterday I was told I actually have an appointment with someone from the embassy, and I'm going to get my Mexican citizenship for this fight, so I actually will be a Mexican.
Dana White got citizenship of Abu Dhabi. Pa Lehane gets citizenship of Mexico. I love it. Pa, is there a prize purse for winning this tournament? Is there a set amount? Do you know how much you'll win?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Is what,
do you want to share?
Not really, no.
Yeah, too right.
It's a contract, so I can't say.
Oh, okay.
No,
also, last time you won the tournament, what sort of press did you get around Cork as well? Because there's not many Corkonian fighters that are still in Cork. Obviously, John Mitchell's over in Dubai, and I think after that winning the last competition, you become the face of Corkonian MMA. What sort of reception did you get online after such a big out of the just a curveball sort of big win?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been absolutely mad. Even online has been crazy, but in person as well. When I'm out around anywhere, everyone recognizes me now from fighting. So it's been crazy. Yeah, it's only going to go up from here as well. I am the face of Cork MMA right now, so it's only going to get bigger.
And will Liam Oak get a extra big Christmas present if you win this tournament this year?
Of course he will, Of course he will.
No, I absolutely love it. And Pat, what advice would you have for fighters who are considering maybe going a different route on their professional career than the standard Cage Warriors or Bellator options?
I think I've kind of laid the foundation to do it now, so it's going to be a lot easier for them. Obviously, I got it with a lot of hard work and a lot of luck as well. So, it's going to be easier for everyone following me. So I think we're going to be breaking into Europe, and we're going to have a few fights in Spain and things like that as well. So, and we'll try and get them to Ireland as well in the new year maybe. So we'll see how it goes.
And how's your Spanish coming along?
Not very good.
But you're Mexican. That's good.
They've been telling me to learn Spanish, but Liam's the one who's been learning it. He's 50 days in a row now doing one of those apps on
Duolingo.
Duolingo, that's the one. Yeah, he's raving about it. Every Spanish person he sees, he's trying to fucking talk to them. He's no hope.
You're saving all the brain cells for the cage.
We want to give a shout out to
exactly,
Ethan and Fufu for winning over the weekend as well. Pa, before we wrap things up, what is the number one thing? What is the main thing? What is the one thing that really sticks in your head that Liam Og has taught you during your career in MMA?
That's a tough question. He's literally taught me everything I know. So
yeah, but like, what's the one thing that like is the essence of Pa La Sangria Lehane?
I really don't know. That's a tough question. Like he's taught me everything. Like so, I don't know.
Well, then ask Liam Og. Ask Liam Og. What's the main thing he thinks he's put into your game?
What's the main thing you think you've taught me as a mixed martial artist?
How to earn money.
How to earn money, he says.
There we go. It's probably the most important thing. If you want to be a professional fighter, you have to make a living. That's it.
Yeah.
Ross, you've anything else to say before we give Pat the floor to tell it to Lehane owners how to support the main man?
No, I just want to say, Pat, the very best of luck. I think it's the most fascinating journey in Irish MMA at the moment. It's quite inspirational in its own right that you've gone your own route. I think it's fantastic. So best luck to yourself and Liam Og over there, flying the Irish flag under the Mexican banner.
Perfect. Yeah.
Thank
you very much.
Yes. So make sure to check out Pa this Friday, November 12th on Combate Global in Miami. Pa, anything else to say to the folks at home?
I suppose just a quick shout out to my sponsors. Like I have my main sponsor, LuckyFox.com. They're about to launch their online casino where you'll be able to bet on all my fights in the future, and you'll get good deals on it as well, good odds and all that. That'll be coming out in the next couple of weeks. And I just got a new big sponsor, Lucky. Yeah. Spooky Shiba. It's a cryptocurrency, a new coin coming out. So I checked them out. Obviously, Bua Health and Fitness. They're looking after my strength and conditioning and nutrition and safe water engineering as well. They've always been a great help. So
shout out to all the lads for making Pa's dreams come true. So guys, if you have been watching this video, make sure to like it. Leave a comment below saying why Pa's your new favorite Mexican citizen, and make sure to subscribe to catch the latest Energized content. And as always, stay energized.
Stay energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.